Is it enough? Oh. These things are getting so big so quick. Yes, yes, yes. Cheep, cheep. Oh yeah, it's raining out here now. I wasn't quite ready for this to happen, but yeah, it's filling up. Here we are. This is the first time being in the little pond. Yep. They like the sprinkler. Alright, got my pond liner that came in the mail for off of whatever.com. And I didn't want to do the whole pond liner thing, but this clay just isn't claying up hard enough. So about, 10 to 20 years, this plastic will brittle off and be all over the place in the water and in my pump and everything else. But it's alright, it'll work for the first few years. So spent like $67 on it, like I said, off of whatever.com. And yeah, I'm gonna sprawl it out. Okay, so there is my tarp. I don't know if you can tell, but the pitch of my land is very hilly. But it looks something like that, and I'm estimating it to be about 2 feet deep, 3 feet, depending on where I put the overfill. The overfill. And I'm gonna put on this side someplace, wherever I decide. And I'm not really sure how it's gonna look, but I'm gonna do it. I've got well water, so I've got it filling very, very slowly so I don't exhaust my well resources. If it was city water, I'd have it on full blast. So it's probably take me a couple days, I imagine. That there is about an hour's worth of running. Yeah, I turned that down because my water turns brown. Mama's gonna be mad, I'm gonna be mad, it's gonna be a bad day, and Ducky's gonna die. You're scared, aren't you? You should be. Oh my. Yeah, ducks, they're very, very messy. Ew. That's pretty gross. Good dog. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking it is going to be a real chore to hide the edges or to make the liner look like it's not actually a liner. Say, who wants to look at a pond and go, hey, yeah, let's help them buy a liner. So. You'll take it forever, young son, Ducky Tan. Come on. Yeah, this is next morning, by the way. And I let it run all night. Well, I just turned up the hose. So, yeah. There we go, the fountain's getting a little bit bigger. So there we go, that's pretty much dead center, clear sunny day. And that's what the fountain puts out. Now, if the stock was a little bit shorter, it would actually shoot out a little bit farther. And likewise, if the water is a little bit taller, filled up a little bit more, my fountain will also shoot out a little bit farther, but that's basically it. Alright, I'm on the back of Tractor Supply. Unfortunately, there's a little rock wall, and I asked permission if I can have as many rocks as I wanted, and they said sure. So I'm going to end up getting a lot of these rocks for my ducky pond. Yeah, my truck's sagging. It's 250, modded for HD, and she is overloaded. Alright, here's an update. So I got everything cut with a razor knife, and kind of see how I'm doing that. Throw some more rocks on top. Yeah, buddy. Here's the overflow. All I did is I just kind of cut it a couple inches low, and then put the tarp there, just like that. What are you doing? Put that back in there. So here we are. Got the duckies and the turkey right here, and it's looking pretty good. Got me a hole that's in the middle of a log there. Found that naturally up in the woods, chopping down trees. That's pretty. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is how quickly the pump clogs up. But then again, look what I have that's in it. Hey! So here's an update on the pond, and I figure. So I threw a bunch of straw in there in hopes that would actually fix my leak. found out how well the straw actually clogs up my sink whenever I'm trying to refill their water. And so I was like, all right, sure. Let me just randomly start throwing some straw in there and see if that plugs up my leaks, even though I have the pond liner that gave away. So that's my update. So here we are. It's been about 2 or 3 days now, and noticed all that straw that I had thrown in there sunk. And so I do see minimal difference, so I'm hoping to plug up this pond. Hey, we don't throw rocks in the pond, dude. You can see, so my pond's up there, and my leak has been coming down this way. It's been very dry out, and I'm sure it is leaking. So that's my evidence right there. It is slowing down, looks like. Okay, here's an update on the duck pond, and my ducks are absolutely freaking huge now. Honk, honk, honk. And yeah, it's about a month, I think, afterward, and I planted some cattails. Well, I don't know if they'll ever come up because of all the traffic of the ducks. But this is it. And all that is, fountain, that is just a tree that had a hole in it, and I ran a garden hose up through it, through the bottom. And yeah, it definitely slowed down on leaking. So, but it still leaks a little bit, but it's slowly stopping. So maybe I'll do another video later, and that way you can see what it looks like after some time. See if it's still leaking or not. Quack, quack, quack. I don't know what their deal is. The ducks will never let me pet them. I have to corner them and squeeze them. Yep. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. If not, delete me. I don't like you either.